Guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends with another champion guide, this time on Gharol Bloodmaul, a mythical champion who is exceptionally good. Honestly, these mythical, shout out to all of you guys in the background asking for a Gharol, excuse me. Merry Christmas. I got lucky as well. I got my first mythical out of a single primal, Gharol the Bloodmaul. Oh man, you pulled a good one, a really good one for your first mythical. Congratulations if you have her, guys, because she is incredible. And honestly, it's a bit daunting to do a guide on mythical champions because they have so much going on, so many areas literally that they can be used inside the game that I look back at a couple of my previous mythical guides. We've done Siegfried and we've done Lady Mikage, right? And they're actually not that great. So honestly, I'd be here for 2 hours, I feel like, showing you every area and every possible use case. I don't even know every possible use case, but I'm going to do my best here because I do want to get these guides out eventually. And, you know, I hope that we can have a pretty comprehensive overview of their kit and what they can bring to the table. And then we can, you know, hopefully give you guys the tools of different ways that you can build them, different gear sets and different areas you can use them, even outside what I demonstrate in the video. So Gharol is the only orc, mythical champion in the game, and she looks great. I mean, she's got this big, massive mallet or hammer or whatever you want to call it. Her base form is, you know, again, looking very mythical, looking very cool. And then on her alternate form, she is, well, even more badass, right? She's got the flaming mallet here, or maul, or whatever, and she also has a sword or a scepter or something on the alternate form. She just has her claws on the two-handed hammer on the base. So on her base form, she's an HP base champion. She has a 23, almost 24k base HP, okay? On her alternate form, her speed is going to be the same, but her HP goes way down. She's actually squishier, you know, than a lot of legendaries, even attack-based, but her attack goes way up to 1608, okay? Now, the build I'm going to show you for today's video is going to be taking advantage of her alternate form mainly. Okay, you would build her a little bit differently if you want to use her primarily for support. But out of these two, and this is what I kind of find myself gravitating towards this with almost every mythical. There are some exceptions. Some of the mythicals have great synergy between their main and their alternate form, where you're really looking to set up their alternate using their main. Gizmak is an example of that. And there's some that just have incredible versatility on both forms, like a Night Queen Crixia, like an Alaz, the Sunbearer, like a, there's quite a few, I guess, that Lady Mikage, right, that have great utility. And then there's some that really one form is in my estimation, in my opinion, so far superior than the other form that you basically spend most of your time, like Mezimil, for example, and a Gharol in the alternate form. Now, in Gharol's case, though, her base form is actually really good too, right? It's almost a problem with this champion in a way, right? She's got so much going on. She's an incredibly good support champion on the base, and if you need it, by all means, use it. It's just very tricky and challenging to build this champion, and a lot of mythicals have this too, to build her to be great at everything, especially since she's scaling off of attack and HP in both forms. So let's tackle her base form first. Mythical HP based champion. Foe Crusher attacks one enemy. 50% chance of increasing the cooldown of a random skill on the target by 2 turns. Also removes any shield buffs. Really solid. On the A2, Hammerquake. This is a 4-turn AoE provoke on all enemies. Also unkillable on herself for 3 turns. Unkillable's great. Obviously, it can be removed, but it's still a great buff to have. I prefer block damage, but again, unkillable is the second best thing. The provoke is great. If it was on a 3-turn cooldown, I would definitely be switching back and forth a bit more with her. But being on a 4-turn cooldown, the cool thing is if you're using her in the arena or even Hydra, you can open up with this move, provoke the Hydra head, provoke your opponents in the arena. Why not, right? But just staying on the base form to take advantage of Hammerquake, the issue is the 4-turn cooldown. It's still an AoE provoke. It still actually does a decent amount of damage, HP base. We'll take a look at her multipliers in a moment. But moving on, Bonded by Blood, her A3 ability. This is on a 3-turn cooldown on the base form. Removes block buffs, debuffs from allies, and places an ally protection on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places a shield on all allies, equal to 30% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. Now, again, I'm being nitpicky here, but you gotta be. It's a mythical freaking champion, right? If this was a full cleanse, not just removing block buffs, there'd be a lot more utility and I'd be switching back and forth and I'd be using a much more well-rounded build on this champion. The fact that it's only removing block buffs is nice. It's better than nothing. But then we're looking at basically an ally protection. If there's no block buffs on the allies, it's an ally protection on a 3-turn cooldown with a shield, which isn't bad, but there's a lot of ally protectors out there, right? And it's hard to scale her with a bunch of HP so she can withstand the damage from ally protection and a lot of attack to take advantage of the amazing damage on the base form, or the alternate form. Metamorph is Metamorph, 4-turn cooldown. Kill or Cure. This is a really good passive, and it's a shame that I don't take more advantage of it. When attacked, decreases the duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1 turn, occurs once per hit. That's really strong. Really strong. Does require accuracy, but so does her provoke as well, right? And the A1, the reducing cooldown. Also, heals all allies except this champion by 50%, by half of her damage taken. Whenever she's hit, and occurs once per hit. It's a really nice heal. And it's like, to me, Kill or Cure is the best part of her whole base form, right? And you can absolutely take advantage, even if momentarily. She also brings HP in all battles by 35%. Let's get to her alternate form because this is what we're going to highlight in the video. I don't know, maybe the solution to me being so overwhelmed to cover mythicals here on the channel is just to cover one of their forms at a time. I don't know, that's kind of weird. In some use cases, it's kind of weird, but either way, on Gharol. And now we're working with a lot of attack and a pretty squishy champion. She has a decent amount of defense, but it's pretty squishy otherwise. It's a very, very simple and basic and effective alternate form. She's attack-based. She's an AoE, 20% chance of repeating the attack. This can make for some crazy mechanics. So obviously, if you repeat the attack, you also have an additional 20% chance to repeat it again and again and again. I've seen Gharol Bloodmaul pull off 5 in a row with the A1 ability. And it gets even better when we get to her passive, this A1, so keep that in mind, okay? On the A2, Calamitous Maul, as a 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies. Damage by this skill increases by 10% for each buff on this champion, will ignore 30% of the target's defense. This ability smacks, especially in the arena, especially against Hydra clan boss, but really everywhere, right? It's really, really good. And if you can load her up with buffs, I mean, it can be exponentially crazy damage, right? We can get an additional 100% damage if we have 10 buffs on this champion, right? Metamorph, whatever. Crimson Haze, passive. Whenever an ally attacks, this champion has a 25% chance to team up and join the attack with them. Damage increases as this champion's HP decreases by 1% for every 1% HP lost. Well, you could actually come in and take advantage of the second part of this by coming in with the base form, opening up with Hammerquake, provoking everybody, taking a lot of damage, having the unkillable for 3 turns, taking the extra turn to metamorph, and then on the extra turn, you still have unkillable for 2 turns, right? Or whatever. And then she's low on HP because she has provoke out there, she's been attacked, and she gets a big damage boost out the gate. So there is that nice synergy between this passive and the base form. That being said, it's the first part that I want to draw your attention to. Whenever an ally attacks, has a 25% chance to join up with them. Kind of like a Ronda joining the fight type thing, or who's the other dude? Michinaki, right? However, when she does it, she's going in with the big girl magma slam. A strong, hard-hitting AoE nuke. Think Cupidus or better off this A1. Better than Cupidus, more damage. And every time an ally attacks, she has a 25% chance to join, and then a 20% chance to keep repeating even on the joined-in attacks. So you can already see where we're going here. Because of the chance to join in and pull off tons of repeat attacks, I actually built her a little bit slower, right? I'd love to have her as fast as humanly possible. I'd love to have a 300 speed, 250 speed, whatever, Gharol Bloodmaul, or Bloodmaul, but I kind of tend to use some of my slower gear, and I don't stress speed as much as I do on some champions. Again, not to say that it's not nice to have, but we only have so much good, gear on our accounts. So I built her a little bit slower because she's already going in all the time with this in the arena, in Hydra, in longer battles, shorter. It doesn't matter. I mean, this ability just adds up over the course of the duration of the battle. It's so tough to stop. Even in the arena, every time she's going in with that, it's crazy, right? So there she is, guys. I'm going to show you quickly how I have her built, and then I just want to get to some gameplay. I am going to do an entire Hydra Clan Boss run as well. So I'm going to leave for an hour and a half and come back at the end of it, but not that you guys care either way. So I am lucky enough to have 2 Gharol Bloodmauls. Bloodmauls? What the hell am I saying? Bloodmauls on my account. I have them built a little bit differently. One is I'm not too happy with right now. I don't know what I'm doing with this build. I don't know. But anyway, let's focus on the first one. Now, the second one, the speed is a lot better, right? I mean, this is really too low for the content that I am pushing here with her. 185 speed. Nah. It's too low unless I had attack percentage on the boots, but I do not. How was I able to achieve 185 speed on an endgame account with Ascensions, with speed boots? I have no idea, but I was able to pull it off. So do as I say, not as I do. I do have speed on the boots with a lot of attack. We're getting, 19%, 20, 30%, 32% just off of these boots. I have attack percentage on the chest. Now notice 5-star could definitely improve there. I have attack percentage on the chest. I have crit damage or more crit damage on the gauntlets. You're seeing the lack of speed here, though, unfortunately. And then I have crit rate, crit damage as a focus everywhere else in the kit. I'm basically foregoing the accuracy that I need on the base form because, again, in the way that I'm using her, which is speed runs, she can be a campaign farmer if you want to. I don't know if you're going to mythical campaign farm, but why not? You just metamorph and boom, 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 dead, A1, right? But of course, you can do the same thing with a Fellhound or a Bellower or whatever, right? Anyway, I digress. So if you want to utilize the provoke and the base form and the heals and that great passive and everything like that, the A1, you're going to have to build more accuracy than we have on her right now. 186 is not going to cut it, or 188 rather. I have attack on the banner. I'm just going all out attack. I'll take survivability, speed, whatever, where I can find it, but I'm going all out attack and all out crit damage. So crit damage and then more attack on the ring, right? I have total stats here at 50. Well, let me switch forms here. 7,212, 185, 100, 333% crit damage, and a little bit of survivability as much as I can. If anybody dies on my team, I do have a reviver. I run her with Arbiter, but if anybody dies, it's going to be Gharol. This is the base form stats here. Everything's great about the base form with the exception of the speed and the accuracy, as I mentioned. A little survivability, a little bit more on the HP would be great too. We wouldn't need an attack percentage on the chest, certainly. If you wanted an all-around build for Gharol Bloodmaul, I would still go attack percentage on the chest, I would probably just go HP on the banner or accuracy on the banner, and then HP on the ring, right? Just make those small adjustments, and then you'll be able to take better advantage of both of her forms. So again, to repeat, get rid of the attack on the ring and switch it off with HP on the ring, and get rid of the attack on the banner and swap it out with accuracy, and then boom, you've got a good, versatile Bloodmaul who can be effective in both forms, right? So hopefully I covered that okay, made some sense. Blessings. I would run her with, what do I have her on right now anyway? There's definitely a few different ways you can go, right? You guys know me. If I'm building with accuracy, which I'm not, but if I was in the arena, I'd put Polymorph on her. I have Soul Reap, which is great. It's not going to be great in Hydra though. So I almost want to change it. I think I'm going to change it, right? I use her primarily in Hydra, in Cursed City, in Centranos, really, use her a lot in Centranos. So I think that Brimstone makes a lot of sense. I think I have Brimstone pretty much covered on my team, and she doesn't have enough accuracy. So I think the way to go is actually going to be swapping out for Crushing Rent. ignoring your percentage of the target's defense on every first hit of each round. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. We're actually going to go cruelty. My bad, guys. My bad. I always get crushing Ren and cruelty confused, and I don't know why, because I talk about this game all day, every day, I feel like. Anyway, decreases target defense by 1% per hit, 20%, 10% for bosses. We're going to easily stack that up to 10% on Hydra heads, for example, because she's attacking so damn much, you know? So we're going to switch that over. Soul Reap is great for the arena, but that's not the primary area that I use her. I do have, well, I'll show you the masteries right now. We've been experimenting a little bit with War Master versus Helm Smasher. I find it to be fairly similar. However, I think that War Master might be the way to go. But most importantly, defense, getting more retributions, right? More counterattacks. You could even go with deterrence, right? True Fears are being thrown out all over the place in Hydra Clan Boss. So I might even get rid of Kill Streak and replace it with deterrence if I could redo, which I guess I can, right? I don't want to pay the gems right now. Also, Mythical is going to be a must-have for this champion. Increases the damage inflicted by this champion's default skill for 2% each time it's used during battle. We absolutely want that because she's using it all the time. So we'll get that easy 10% damage spike. Those are going to be the masteries that we have for Gharol. Let me go back to they give her a 4-star overall, which is, again, I disagree strongly. I think she's, I don't know, 4.5 at least, maybe a 5 out of 5, you know? Actually, they grade each forms a little bit differently. This is the base form. You can see the areas they use. So Doom Tower 5, Hydra 5, Ice Golem 4. I guess she could be a beast in Ice Golem hard too, if she was built like super tanky, you know, the Ally Protect and stuff like that. Provoke the 2 minions, you know? So it depends on how you build her. The cool thing is you can really use this champion almost everywhere, and you can build her in so many different ways. If we look at the other form, the alternate form, scores are a bit higher. Dark Fae, she's a 4 out of 5 in almost every area in Doom Tower. Shogun's Grove, a 5 out of 5. Doom Tower Waves, 5 out of 5. Hydra, a 4. That's sacrilege. It's ridiculous. She's a 5 out of 5 in Hydra. She's insanely good. Next to Trunda, she's one of the best nukers out there. And Acrisia in Hydra Clan Boss. Alternate form, they give her a 4.5, which is a little bit closer. But I might be biased, but I would give her a 5. All right, let's go ahead and go in here. I do have her booked out as well. She's one of the only mythicals on my account that I do. I think I have 3. Lady Mikage, Night Queen Crixia, and Gharol Bloodmaul. Probably my 3 favorites as well. Actually, I have Gizmak too, my 4th favorite. There we go. All right, let's go into battle, guys. What do you say? Let's go. Let's start with the arena, right? Start with the arena, see what she can do here. Yeah, let's see if I can win this speed race. I don't know. I have her with the king and the queen. Why not? Knight Queen to lock out. And then my game's crashing. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Going against Taras and Marichka is dangerous with a Gharol. I probably would not go against a Taras and Marichka normally. Main reason being is the AoE. We're going to get so many Taras counterattacks, and it's not going to be fun for anybody, right? Let's come in here, get that fear off of Gharol. She goes down, Crixia, that is. And so does Gharol. Gharol is kind of squishy, so take that into consideration, as I mentioned. Well, she's squishy right now, even in her base form. I'm actually want to go in here and revive Gharol because she's the highlight of the video, right? I just wanted to get a turn. That'd be great. There we go. Cool. So in this situation, guys, because they don't have anybody who can deal with an unkillable, and because she's so low on health, I'm actually going to do the crazy thing here and go in with the A2. I land a couple provokes, but at least I get 3 turns unkillable. And this is the cool thing with Gharol, like I said earlier, right? We didn't build her to take advantage of the first form. That doesn't mean we're going to be stupid and not take any advantage of it. We're going to lose this battle, I feel like, no matter what. I mean, we'll see, but this is a pretty beast mode team, right? But at least Gharol is alive and well, right? We're going to come in here, get some healing. And again, she would be toast 20 times over at this point, right? If we didn't use that ability first. So we can come in here, and we take down Siphi like it was nothing. And we still have 2 turns unkillable. Now 1 turn unkillable. Now it's just Gharol Bloodmaul. But what the frick am I saying here? Gharol Bloodmaul, not Broadmaul. Come on, man. So it was a pretty bad showcase considering we got creamed by this team. But at least you saw, I'm going to keep it in the video because at least you guys saw the type of, even though she's not built for her A1, the ability that we're able to get through it. Sorry, I'm top like 40 in the world right now in Classic Arena. That's not a humble brag. It's early in the season or early in the week or whatever. But all these teams are really good. So I don't know if I'm going to win these speed races or, whatever. So anyway, so you might be seeing some losses like you just saw is what I'm trying to say. All right. Let's see. Gonna come in here and yeah, let's block buffs on them. Let's come in. Oof, the king has spoken. Gharol doesn't even get to go here. You always got to be careful of Sun Wu though, right? Hey, we get to get a counterattack in there. We'll take it. That's her counterattack, her A1 from her base form. It hit pretty hard. Granted, against this very squishy champion, but it hit pretty hard. All right. Let's go back in here. All right, Narcissus. You've had enough, man. There it is, 102k damage against UDK with his didn't need him passive in full activation mode, right? I got to take the king out, man. This is ridiculous. I got to take you out. Let me put like a Siffy in there or something, just so we have one nuker on the squad. Actually, this is not going to work either, is it? We need an increased attack champion is what we need. Grand Oak, you're in. You're in. So he has increased attack on attack-based champions, but he's going to go before her, so she's going to get a shield. So that plan's going to backfire on me too. I just need an old-school increased attack champion. It's okay. We'll be okay. So let's go in with the... You can see she gets a shield because she's on her base form, but as soon as we swap her and Grand Oak gets a turn, he'll apply the increased attack to her other form. Let's go ahead and go in with an ally. Now, you know what? Let's go with a turn meter boost and the increased speed on the A3 because we'd rather use the ally attack of any ally attacker. It doesn't have to just be Grand Oak. We'd much rather use that when we can take advantage of Gharol. She has decreased attack, no increased attack. She's still dealing a decent amount of damage with that A2 ability, right? All right, so here we can start just attacking and hope the 25% chance of her joining in will proc, and we can just kind of kill him that way, right? It's kind of the cool thing about her is every time somebody attacks, we've got a shot for her to go in with her big A1. So hopefully it happens, right? Come on. Come on. Well, she already has the A2 up again. All we need is a turn here from Podrick. And there it is. Now we get the increased attack. Now we can ally attack. Check this out. This is just her A1. Let's get some slams. I was hoping for the multiple slams, right? There's her A2. Takes out pretty much everybody. And I just think she's a hell of a lot of fun in the arena. She's really cool, right? Let's go in again. Why is she not joining in? I feel like when I'm not recording, she's joining in every attack. 25%. It should be proccing. Okay, there she goes. The double attack there, right? 20% chance for that to happen as well. Let's do one more arena battle here, guys. And then, yeah, let's go against the squad, right? Let's see how we do here. I just wanted her to start joining in on more attacks because that's the beauty, right? All right, we're going to go in here. We're going to lock them out. 3 stone skins, make it 2, and a polymorph. Great. We get locked out too, which sucks big time because our Crixia is a sheep. And we really need Crixia to come back in and save us. But it looks like we're going to be toast here. Let's see if we can get better luck the next time. Let's do one more shot, one more crack at this team. And if we don't get it, that's fine. We can kind of end there. You guys kind of get the point, right? It was this squad, right? Yeah. All right. Let's try again. Hopefully no sheep this time. And we'll be okay. All right. So we go in here. Boom. Increased duration. No sheep that time. They decrease, which is fine. Now we can come in and we can A3. Everybody's buffed up. Get a little shield on everybody. Make sure everybody's cool. We're going to metamorph. We are going to block debuffs on my squad, increase resistance. We're dealing with 2 stone skins here. One of them's a reviver. So in this case, again, I'm actually just going to go in and get a provoke. We provoke Night Queen, which is cool. At least we burn 1 turn from her. Let's go in with the A3 again. Turn meter fill. Get Gharol to her next turn so we can come back in. Again, she's low on HP again, but she has 2 turns of stone skin. So we do have plenty of time to operate here. We can go in there and we do get a revive. Let's ally attack. Try to take down the queen. We don't, but at least she's nowhere close to her revival, right? Come back in here. We really want to get... Oh, there it is. There's the joining the attack. Of course, going against anti-affinity is not the ideal situation. But again, she comes in 220k damage right there, man. I mean, that's some big-time damage, and we get revenge on this team, which is great. I want to show you a quick Centranos clip. Well, not clip. I want to do it live with you. That makes it sound like it's pre-recorded. I do want to show you some Centranos, and then we'll go do some Hydra Clan Boss, right? I'm going to use my main Hydra Clan Boss team. You can see she joined in that attack, and she got a double hit too. Magical. I love it. Okay. Spent a lot of time in the arena, but it was good. It was, again, like top 30, top 40 platinum. And we took some L's too, but at least you saw her, you know, a little bit what she does, how you can still use the base form. Heck, we landed some provokes without even having any accuracy on her, even in plat, right? Let's see. What do I want to... Okay. Curse City. Oh God, I think S2 I was using her. Yeah. So basically you can use her. This is like, I mean, it doesn't have to be Curse City. It doesn't matter where, you know, I could be showing you anything here, right? But I'm just going to go Gharol mode, right? She just destroys absolutely everything. She's really insane, right? I mean, this is Soul Cross Curse City hard content here. And she just really decimates everybody, right? It's not the most difficult content, or I don't think this is Soul Cross, my bad. There's like, it might be the stage before, or it might be, I don't know. But either way, it's not the most difficult content, but they are level 210 mobs, right? They're not like super squishy. And she and Mashal are just like, yep, we got this, right? And every time that Mashal goes in, again, she has a chance of going in as well, right? Yeah, she's pretty dang good. That was her joining the attack. Now she goes again. This is just the magic of what she can do, really, in any sort of wave situation in the entire game. She's incredible. All right, let's go ahead and show you the Hydra team here, guys. Clan Boss, Hydra. This is going to be very early for me to go in with a big 1 key. We're shooting for at least 1 billion damage with this squad, okay? 1 billion. We have Gharol. We don't have a good aura lead, so we're going to use Gharol as the HP lead here. It's nice because it helps keep everybody alive, right? We're going to go Grand Oak. We saw Grand Oak earlier, in case you guys are unfamiliar. I'll have a guide on him maybe yesterday or tomorrow, soon. Ally attacker. He's got the cleanse. He's got all the buffs on his passive. He's got a decreased cooldown of an ally skill, and he's super fast, right? So I really love him. He's not built for Hydra, which is the only issue. He's built for Arena, so we're leaving a lot of damage on the table. But I'm going to start this run out with you guys, and as I said, I'm probably just going to keep it recording and then edit it down later. But we can come in here, place a block D-bus with Night Queen, place some... I want you to keep your eyes on Gharol after I change forms. She's so freaking slow, which again is absolutely on me, obviously. Let's go with the A3 so we can get those true fears off. And then Trunda can do her thing. Deal a little bit of damage there. We can switch forms here. We can cleanse again that true fear off of Lydia and Trunda. She's finally, hopefully, everybody's lapped her twice. This is why, again, a little slow there, Ash, a little slow. But finally, we can come in. We do have the increased attack. We can come in with the Calamitous Maul, about 200,000 damage per enemy there. But wait till you see what things look like when they're decapitated. It's insane. And there she goes. She's just attacking. She's just attacking. I didn't even see why. Did somebody attack? Did she join in the attack there? I don't know. But I do know one thing. When you have this many champions, 5 allies basically, on the same team as her, she does some freaking insane stuff. Here she comes in with the A1 on the ally attack with everybody else, right? She still hasn't actually taken her next turn yet. She's just been joining in on attacks, right? This adds up, right? We don't have the debuffs up, but 365,000 damage with no debuffs, right? Now we're going to get the debuffs up. And every time we go in with an AoE, an A1, anything here, she has the shot of joining in the attack. As long as we're attacking an enemy, right? She has a chance of joining in. The reason I'm kind of delaying leaving you guys is because I want to see her do some of her magic stuff, right? I want to see her joining in on more attacks, and I want to see her repeating, right? Like, the repeating is when things get absolutely nuts. Here she goes, joining in. She didn't repeat, though, but she's getting there, right? She's getting there. I don't want to change forms at all with Crixia. Let's go in again, A1. This is just A1, 400,000 damage or whatever, you know? Let's just keep refreshing here. Let's get a debuffs up again. Okay, well, Trunda will do her thing. That's a nice 15 million damage or whatever. Why is she not joining in? Gharol, this is your time to shine. There we go. 600,000 damage there. I mean, she's not doing the 30 million damage that Trunda, but nobody's doing that kind of damage, right? But she's joining in that attack. I mean, here it goes again. Boom, 1.5, 1.6 mil, you know? All this is going to add up, right? She is absolutely insanity. Insane. Insanity personified here. There she goes, joining in another 2 mil on the board, right? This is how she just starts doing insanely. She's going to join in again. Join in. Boom. Another million damage or whatever, you know? Can she join in again? You see the passive every time it will say that the passive name, I forgot it, every time she starts to join in, so you can tell a little bit before she goes in. Let's wait till the next time. I just want her to repeat a couple attacks for us. There it is, Crimson Haze. What is it? Boom. I want her to start repeating a little bit, right? Because that's the magic of that A1. She doesn't get the turn there. Let's cleanse over here. As soon as she repeats one dang attack, I'll let you guys go, and I'll come back to you guys at the very end. I want her to, because there's something really incredible, especially when all the heads are decapitated, the necks or whatever are decapitated. There's something really cool about her when it's not even her turn, her going in and just boom, 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 boom. She didn't do it there either. All right. And it's also a way to kind of mitigate the true fear a little bit, right? She's going to go in there. It doesn't matter if she's under true fear or anything like that. Getting very unlucky. Getting very unlucky here. That sucks. All right, let's keep it going. Keep it going. Sorry, this is a long guide. I hope you guys don't mind. I didn't intend to keep you guys here for that long of a duration in Hydra, but I feel like it's fun for me at least. Hopefully for you guys as well. Go in again. Having an ally attacker on the same team, heck, why not, right? Why not? All right, here we go. Go in A2. Look at these debuffs. Extension there, man. Jeez. All right, let's go A1. Come on, join in. Join in the fun, Gharol. Don't just sit there. Finally, I can cleanse that pesky debuff off. Great. Let's go A1. Lydia, where you at, man? Where you at, woman? With your debuffs. What do we have here? Eesh, nothing that great for Trunda. Let's go after that. Let's go after this. There she goes, finally. But she's not repeating, man. I talked a big game about how awesome it is to see her go boom, boom, boom 15 times in a row. And we're just not getting lucky on those procs, right? Obviously, it's better than a relentless chance of her going in, 18 to 20 to 25 on the passive too. But I was hoping to showcase some really cool stuff. Now that we're dealing with the stupid Hydra buffs, I'm just gonna put it on full all-out auto. I don't know if I'll keep the result because we had some rocky RNG to start things. Like, look at that, 4 True Fears proc in a row. and not ideal. But let's see what the total damage we can pull off here with this team. I have it on full auto. I'll see you guys, as I mentioned, in about an hour or so, and we'll see what we're able to do. All right, guys, so we are back about an hour or so later, and I am not going to be keeping this score, even despite that nice hit that Trunda just had. 925 is great. It's amazing, but for this OP of a team on this difficulty, we want a lot better. So what do I have to do to change this team? I actually need to find a way to get a curse set on this squad. If I had Hex, we could easily add 100 million to the damage here, right? At least 75 million, at least get over the 1 billion mark. So I think that's the one thing that we do need to address on this squad. Other than that, very happy with the results. We had Trunda with 542 million damage. She's the best Hydra clan boss damage dealer in the game, especially for hard difficulty and below. But Gharol puts out 308 million. 308 million. Additionally, she had 1.3 million heals, right? Which is not too bad either. So guys, there it is. That's the guide on Gharol Bloodmaul, who is, I think, just an incredible mythical champion. Congratulations if you're watching this video because you just pulled her. You have an amazing, amazing champion, a reason to play Raid for, you know, at least another couple years because you can lean on her that hard in so many different areas. Thanks for watching till the end. Keep the champion guide requests coming. And as always, take care, guys.